Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Wednesday morning and it's 9:38 right now, and I'm going to get started on breakfast. Mind you, I do get up early. This morning I think I had Gypsy out by 6:15 maybe. No, probably 6. But then after that I take that time in the morning to edit my videos to upload that day. So I take a couple hours to do that. And then this morning I wrote in the journal and had a cup of hot tea. So I do things before I actually get breakfast started because I know Glenn sleeps a little later. So it's no big deal. But today I am making our breakfast tacos, chorizo. So I've got half a pack of, it's a half a tube of a chorizo. And I got a couple of potatoes that I'm going to dice up for diced potatoes. I call them papitas. I've got about 4 eggs here and some bacon, which I'm going to either fry up just like that first and then just chop them up, or slice them up in little pieces and then fry them up like that. Either way, it's going to come out the same. But Glenn usually likes corn tortillas. I usually eat flour, but I can go back and forth between corn and flour. And then Glenn obviously will put some hot sauce in his. And I'll put some cheese in mine. I'll probably cut up some avocado as well. But this is the main meal. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I want to boil the diced potatoes and get those to a soft point before I fry them up. That's going to take the longest. So let's get to it. Alright everyone, so I decided to go ahead and chop up the bacon before I cooked it. That way I can just mix it, take tongs and just flip them over like that. I don't have to worry about strips or anything like that. So bacon's cooking. Alright, so under all that foam, I have my papitas boiling. And I just want to boil them until they're a little soft so it doesn't take as long to fry them. Okay, so I got my papitas frying up, and that's a combination of olive oil and butter. I used to do it just in butter, but butter burns really easy and fast. So if you just add some oil to it, it'll last longer. Okay, so my papitas are frying up beautifully. And yeah, I'm not having to add any more butter or anything. So when they are done, I'm actually going to drain the oil out of there because I'm going to use this same pan to fry up the chorizo and put all the fixings in there. So yeah, when we were growing up, we called these papitas. And my dad used to make us like just meals with papitas, with eggs and beans, or papitas with chorizo on the side. Just simple things like that is what I remember, and it makes me feel good. And I love papitas. Okay, so the papitas are done, and I have that tube of chorizo here. So I'm actually just going to fry this up. It's just going to break down. And I'm sure many of you know or have had chorizo yourselves. So I'm going to just let that cook and start breaking down before I put anything in there. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and add in my egg. I just whisked up like 5 eggs. Okay, I'm going to throw in my papitas here. And now I'm going to throw in my bacon. And you can throw anything you want in this. If I had some like bell peppers, I probably would have put them in there. If you want to throw onions in there. And now I'm just going to mix it up. It doesn't look appetizing as you're mixing it up, but it tastes good at the end. I remember the first time I made chorizo for Glenn. I don't even know if he had ever heard of chorizo at that time when I first got here. And I made chorizo for him. He says, man, that looks like puke. But the end result, he obviously liked it. And over the years, we just added like bacon and papitas into it. I used to just mix it with egg because that's what my dad did. But, as you grow into your own time of cooking, you just add different things of your own into things that your mom and dad made, or your grandparents. And then once this is done, I'm just going to cover it and put it on another burner because I need my tortilla warmer here. Okay, so this is my tortilla warmer. It's a 2-burner warmer. I got this at the Mexican market. When we were growing up, my dad just had like a cast iron. We called it comal. And yeah, he just had a cast iron single burner comal. So, but I found this at the Mexican market some years ago when I got here. And that's what I've been using since. So I can warm 2 tortillas at one time. Alright everyone, so here are my breakfast tacos, chorizo with egg, papitas, and bacon, and I am actually going with corn tortilla on this one. Sometimes corn tortilla tastes better with certain foods, so I'm just going to drizzle some cheese on there. And I was going to do avocado, but they're still a little on the harder side, so I don't want to cut them too early. So this will be fine though. Alright, there is breakfast for this Wednesday morning. Alright everyone, so that chocolate chip loaf bread I was going to make yesterday, well I'm going to make that right now. So yeah, as you can see, I got a mess around my counter with all the ingredients, and I'll just be pouring them in. So in here I already have 2 cups of flour, and then I'm going to do 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So got some baking powder here. So I want 2.5 teaspoons. And then I'm going to do a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to go a tablespoon of vanilla. Everything's just, there's no mixing the dries first or the, everything's going to go in together and mix it all together. So I'm going to do a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm going to do 2/3 cup of softened butter. So that's 1. I just took 2 sticks of butter, softened them both, and then, because they have the measurements on them, I just cut them both at the 1/3 line, and then the other parts of the butter, I'll just put in the butter bowl. So, if you even understood a damn thing I said. Okay, so 1 cup of sugar. There's a 1/2 cup, so I'll do 2 of those. Okay, so I got the sugar. I'm going to do 3 eggs at room temperature. So I'll leave them out. Okay, so that's 3 eggs. I'm going to do 2/3 cup of milk. And after the milk, we're just going to stir it all up together. And it will be clumpy or lumpy, whatever you want to say, after you stir it together. Okay, so I have it all mixed up, and as you can see, it's just a wet batter. And this is where you're just going to throw your chocolate chips in, and if you want to add any like walnuts or pecans or whatever. But I have a question for you guys. Okay, so as you can see, I have an open bag of chocolate chips. I'm going to use that, of course, but then I'm going to open another one to use more. Gypsy's trying to squeeze between me and the counter because she smells the ingredients here. And no, we still do not let her have table food, or human food for that, what I was trying to say. So, back to my question. What is a good container to put, like if you were to just pour them out and put them in a container and have them stay fresh? Not that they would like melt or get stuck together or fade, anything like that. So suggestion for good containers to throw chocolate chips in, because one thing I hate is having open bags like that. I don't leave it just like that. I actually, let me show you what I do. Well, I take the open end and I fold it down, and then I fold this like this, and then, where is it? Well, I just lost it, but I'll put a like potato chip bag clip right here so it stays shut. But I really hate open bags of like chocolate chips and like brown sugar and all that stuff. So if you can tell me a good container to put chocolate chips in out of the bag, I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Just drop it in the comments. So I'm going to put these in. And you know what? I have a partial of minis, so I'm going to throw those in too. Yeah, these are just semi-sweet minis. I'm hoping not to have to open this big bag until I get a container or something. But yeah, let me know. And looks like this will be enough chocolate chips in there. So I'm glad about that. Now my 2 bags, open bags, are done. Alright, that's awesome. This is a super easy recipe. I've never made it before, and I don't remember where I got it, but if it turns out good, then yes, this is a super easy recipe, because I love chocolate chip loaf bread. So next I'm going to get my loaf pan and I'm going to spray it. You could either line it with like parchment paper or tin foil. I'm out of parchment paper and I really don't want to use tin foil. I think I'm just going to spray it. Okay, so now we're just going to take the batter and pour it in. And I've got the oven preheated to 350. And this is going to bake anywhere from 50 to 60 minutes. So I'll check it at 45. Yeah, when it gives you a time frame, I always check it earlier than that. Yeah, I used to buy the Betty Crocker chocolate chip loaf bread mix, like the box, as if you were buying a box cake, a box of cake mix. I used to buy the batter for this, Betty Crocker, but why buy it if you can make a good one yourself? All right, so yeah, just spread it out evenly. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to throw this in the oven, and I'll probably check it at 40 to 45 minutes. All right, everyone, so as you can see, I've already cut this chocolate chip loaf bread, and I just wanted to show you what the inside looks like. But this is the top. It's got a nice hard crust, And then that's the inside there. As you can see, there's plenty of chocolate chips in there. And I cut some pieces out, and this is what it looks like. So it actually tastes good. I already had some, and Glenn's gonna have some butter on his. So this was a very easy recipe, and homemade chocolate chip loaf bread. So yeah, that's it, and that's what we're gonna have tonight for dessert. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch it. I truly appreciate all your support. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.